Hi, my name is Cosmos with Cosmos Industrial LLC. I'd like to introduce you to a new project we're working on, and with your help and Kickstarter's help, we're going to turn this project into a product line. So the project is a hardwood saxophone stand. We make this out of North American hardwoods to create a strong and stable sax stand. This stand is ideal for home, office, or studio use, and we're going to offer it in alto and tenor sax sizes. We're going to make this out of 3 different American hardwoods for you to choose from, which is black walnut, hard maple, and cherry. So let's take a look. So let's talk about the design of the saxophone stand. With this design, almost all the parts are made on a CNC machine and hand finished here in Iowa. The design features oversized foam for your saxophone to rest on. You'll notice that on most stands they use a thinner foam, smaller diameter, so this larger foam is better, gets a better grip on the saxophone, and it doesn't mar the finish of the saxophone. Another feature of the saxophone stand is the center of gravity placement. On our saxophone stand, the center of gravity of the saxophone is actually above the supports. What you might notice on some saxophone stands is the center of gravity is actually behind the supports. And what that leads to is the saxophone is actually hanging off the saxophone stand by the bell. On our stand, there's always a gap between the bell and the saxophone stand, and also it's actually sitting on the stand instead of hanging off it, which is a better setup. Also, the lower support on this saxophone stand is adjustable. So this bottom part comes out and is held in place by a long 2-inch steel pin, and there are holes on the back that are discrete that let you choose a slightly different position based on the type of saxophone you have. So for example, this tenor saxophone stand has 2 positions. The top one is for Mark 6, or in my case a Tenor Madness saxophone, and the lower position is useful for some other makes of tenor saxophone. Also, for the alto version, we'll move it up appropriately to accommodate the alto saxophone. We won't try to do it all with one support location. Ideally, we hit the saxophone right around that ring where the body is connected, and we're not going to try to go underneath or anything on the alto version, so we'll have the appropriate height set for that. The saxophone stand is made out of mostly hardwood. There's a couple plastic pieces, some steel, but for the most part it's solid North American hardwood. We use 5/4 wood for the center upright, which is 1.25 inch starting thickness, and the finished thickness is still over 1 inch. For the other parts, we use 4/4 hardwood with a finished thickness of greater than 3/4 of an inch. So you can see with our saxophone stand, the connection between the bass and the upright is an all-metal connection. We use a M8 coupling nut, which is basically a really long steel nut, and an M8 steel bolt to get a threaded connection, which is very robust and far exceeds the performance you'd get out of a wood screw into wood. To connect this into the wood, we machine a pocket in the ends of the hardwood upright, and then we epoxy the steel coupling nut into that pocket using an epoxy that's rated for use with metal and wood, so to bond the two together. So any temperature changes, if the wood expands and contracts, this connection is going to hold on, and the end result is a steel threaded connection between the bass and the upright, which is good. We also do the same up top, just one in this case, and then we have a pin to keep the top from rotating. But again, 3 bolted connections, all steel, is what constructs the saxophone stand.